This is the fifth module of this lecture, that is module 5 for the course GSP 1201/2201, use of English for the session 2020-2021 academic session for the Department of Allied Health Sciences, Dentistry and Clinical Sciences. The module focuses on speaking skills in the English language, issues related to the English sound syllable, structure, stage, and intonation are among topics to be discussed in this module. The English sounds. English sounds are made up of either consonants or vowel sounds, and the vowel can be understood as either monophthongs or diphthongs. And monophthongs, as explained, it's vowel sounds that are single or in one, while diphthongs are monophthongs or are English vowels that are in two or double. English spelling is necessarily related to the way the words. But generally speaking, spelling in English language is concerned with 26 letters of the English alphabet, while pronunciation involves 44 sounds. These sounds are represented by symbols. The following diagram exemplifies the divisions in the English sounds. It is important for the student to understand the difference between English letters or alphabets and English sounds. When we are spelling words like M-A-N, man, this is English letters, and we use letters to spell words. While English sounds are used or are represented using symbols, which are 44 in number, and they are divided into consonant and vowel sounds. Some are long, some are short, and so on. So it's important for students to understand this dichotomy between English letters or English sounds. Then there is diagram which we start from the sounds having 44, then the left constitutes consonant which are 24, then vowel sounds which are 20. Then consonant is further divided into voiced and voiceless. That is, those sounds that are pronounced with voiced sounds heard in your vocal cords, and voiceless, those sounds pronounced without voicing sounds heard in your vocal cords. Then you have 20 vowel sounds, 12 are monophthongs, the singles, then 8 are diphthongs, and the monophthongs are further divided into long and short. Consonant sounds, voice sounds. As I've explained, voice sounds are sounds that are pronounced with voicing sound. When you touch your vocal count, you will hear the sound voo. So then these are called voiced sounds. Examples of them are d sound, d sound, b sound, g sound, v sound, z sound, th sound, z sound, j sound, w sound, n sound, m sound, r sound, y sound, sound, l sound. Then we have voicelets, those sounds that are pronounced without using sounds in your vocal cords, like p, sound, t, s, k, f, th, s, sh, s, h. All these are voicelet sounds. Then we have vowel sounds. Monophthongs are e, u, u, e, o, o. Then we have long e, u, e, o, a. Then we have short monophthongs e, u, e, a, sure, that is a. Then we have diphthongs, the vowel sounds that are in two: ia, ua, ea, ia, oi, I, o, ow. Minimal pairs. In English language, minimal pairs refer to a situation when two words are identical in form except for a contrast in one phoneme sound occurring in the same position. Study the following examples. Part, but. We say they are identical words that are identical in form except for a contrast in one phoneme, that is in one sound. All the remaining sounds are the same except one. We have PAT, parts. We have BAT, bats. FAN, fan. Then you have VAN, van. Bet, bet. Cat, cat. So all these. Then we have vowel mutation. This refers to a situation whereby a vowel sound is realized in one form of an English word but different in another form of word. For example, the I sound in drive changes to another vowel sound when the form of the word reads drivation. And you see AI like drive, drive, then you have drivation, vision, which requires the E sound. Here are more examples of such: divide, division, decide, decision. You see, CI read decision, but here CI read decide. I here reads E. Criticize, as in size, AI, but the sound I, diphthongs. Then you have criticism, E, criticism. You can't say criticism simply because criticize, but here multiply, multiplication. Now, syllable structures and consonant clusters. Syllable structure is a syllable is a word or part of a word which contains a consonant and a vowel, often represented as CV, consonant and vowel. For instance, in the word girl, GO, we have a consonant and a vowel. Liver consists of two syllables because you have LI, L and E, liver, V and va. Then you have CV representing syllable. The syllable simply is marked with even one consonant, one vowel can make a syllable and sound. On a general rule, a syllable must contain a vowel sound. This means that a vowel sound can constitute a syllable in a word. For example, the initial in away stands as a syllable. Away. One syllable words: come, go, now, no, south, east, broom, blue. Then we have two syllable words: teacher, marker, kafu, madam, patches, motion. Three syllable words: photograph, chancellor, elevate, insistence, informer. Then we have four syllable words: development, comparable, intelligence, agriculture, selectivity. Then we have five syllable words: selectivity, extravagance. When you are dividing the syllable, make sure you divide based on coming together of consonant and vowel sounds for parts. For example, when you say this selectivity, it's a 5 syllabic words. Let's see: se, le, ti, vi, ti. Se, 1, le, 2, ti, 3, 4, T, 5. Extravagancy, consideration. Then you have 6 syllable word: extraordinary, extraordinary, extraordinary. Superiority, internationalize, experimentation. All these are 6 syllables. Then we have 7: intelligibility, irresponsibility, industrialization. Then we have 8: irreconcilability, internationalization. Consonant clusters. A consonant cluster refers to a situation whereby a word or a syllable in a word contains two or more consonants without an intervening vowel. For example, you have free. So some add E in between and sound. You have free. That is wrong. Free. That's consonant clusters. You have two consonant sounds without an intervening vowel in between them. In other words, a consonant cluster is a sequence of two consonants between which there is no vowel. For example, in the word free, sound form a cluster because we have two pronouns then without a vowel in between, rather than fear. For instance, now let us study examples of different consonant clusters in a word. Two consonant cluster: travel, travel, dress, pleasure, bright, prince. 3. Style, school. 3. Spring, splash, scribe, helps, corrupts, dumped, accepts, next. 4 consonant clusters: exclaim, explain, extract, text, exempt, drops. Stress and intonation. Stress refers to the prominence given to a syllable. Remember, we've told you that a syllable is part of a word which consists of consonants and vowel, at least one. When you have conduct, you have 2 syllables, can and duct. The stress and intonation. First, stress. We say stress is the prominence in pronouncing the part of the word you give. A kind of higher pitch you give to a part of a word is called stress. In many languages like English, certain syllables in a word are louder, slighter, higher in pitch, and somewhat longer in duration than others in the word. These types of syllables are referred to as stressed syllable. When you say part of a word with high pitch than the other, then the part with higher pitch is called stressed syllable. Stress plays a very important role in English pronunciation. An ability to stress the light syllable in a word often distorts the form of the word as well as its meaning. You may find that in your word conduct may have 2 different functions depending on the stress. It can be considered as a noun or verb. When you stress the first part of the word, conduct, it's a noun. Conducts, when you stress the second part, it's a verb. So you see how stress plays an important role in determining the class or grammatical class or function of a word. Stress, since stress is concerned with the prominence given to stress, in English only 1 syllable is usually stressed. However, it should be noted that from words such as determinants, pronouns, preposition, and auxiliaries tend not to be stressed ordinarily. All these, or we call them closed item systems. When we do our word class, we don't stress them normally in a sentence. For example, the words like pronouns, prepositions like I, he, or on, in, all these cannot be stressed. This is to say only constant content words are stressed, or you call them open item class. In words of 1 syllable, the stress on the 1 syllable. For example, in words like short, tall, from, bone, skin, all these are. In words of 2 syllables, there are 2 ways. Some of these words take the stress on the first syllable, whereas others on the second. Stress first syllable: former, teacher, madam, curfew, inform, concern, consume, record. All these are stressed in the first syllable. Syllable when used as nouns, and on the second when used as verbs. Now, contract, insult, contrast. So when you pronounce the first syllable, the word appears as a noun. Contract. But when you stress the second syllable, it appears as a verb. Contract. Words of 3 syllables may be stressed on the first or second or third, depending on the particular word. For example, telephone. On the second, imperial. On the third, guarantee. On the first, bachelor, barrister. On the second, enjoyment, superior. On the third, addressee, refugee. Words of 4 syllables fall into 4 categories. There are some words that attract stress on the first syllable, while others on the second, third, or fourth, as the case may be. For example, comparable on the first, experience on the second, compensation on the third, Vietnamese on the fourth, humanism, intelligence, agriculture, officialize. Words consisting of 5 syllables may have any of them stressed, whether the second, third, fourth, or fifth syllable, depending on the words. Capitalism, regionalism, nationalism, exploratory, irreparable, comparatively, selectivity, meritocracy, collectivity, cooperation, consideration, reintegration. Then intonation. Unlike stress, which most of the time operates at word level, intonation operates at sentence level. The difference between stress and intonation, we may observe that all our activities and exercises on stress center on one word. It may be a word of 1 syllable, 2 syllable, 3, 4, or 5. No matter how long the word is, stress sentence starts and finishes at O on words, while intonation normally operates at sentence level. A kind of sentence has its own intonation pattern. Intonation refers to the general direction of your voice. When you utter a sentence or a phrase, you can usually tell, even if you do not speak a language, when someone is asking a question or making a statement. Intonation is determined via falling or rising tone or both. In general, falling tone is used in simple declarative sentences, commands, and W questions, whereas the rising tone is used in polite requests, yes or no questions, and listing of items. Rise is used in long questions and long sentences, while exclamatory sentences require that the whole sentence remains. Examples of falling tone. Simple declaration. When you are stating or saying an idea that is using declarative sentence, then your tone must fall. Rama is a good girl. I'm going to school. He won't attend the committee. When you are stating a command, come here. Wait a minute. Drive carefully. Also for the WH questions, that is direct questions. When do you pray? Where are your friends? Who frustrated you? Who instructed you? But polite request. Bring the bag here, please. Can you type a little faster, please? Can I come with you? Yes or no question. Did you tell him? Is it important? Are you a student? Listing of items. She bought a pair of shoes, a bag, and a bell. There are many things in the room, such as bed, chair, table, and then we have falling and rising tone. Close. When you are ready, I will bring the question papers. If it is time, let me know. When the man arrived, the program had already started. That is when you are saying, when you are pronouncing a clause or stating a clause, then you, especially complex sentence, then the beginning of the sentence is in falling tone while the end ends with rising tone. Question tags. Use of English lecture is interesting, isn't it? Learning is a process, isn't it? You have all registered for the course, haven't you? All high, exclamatory. Here is the new VC. They are withdrawn. You've succeeded. All high to the end. This is the end of this lecture. Our next lecture will be on Module 6. Thank you.